Hey guys, Adrian Kidru here. This is a video series known as Insight, where I actually am taking this from one of my older channels where I go in depth and talk about things why I like specific things, why I think about specific things the way I do. I think it's just a really interesting thing, and a lot of YouTubers have been doing this recently, and I think it's just my spin on it. So I want to start off with talking about luxury goods. Luxury goods, to be more specific, is something I've had a real passion for in the last 2012 to 2013. Um, and I kind of want to talk about why I do like luxury goods and nice watches and belts and brand names where other people may have this other perception of it and not, think it's ridiculous and stuff like that. I kind of want to talk about why I think the way I do and why I have an appreciation for it. And not to justify myself, because for those people out there who think of, it's so stupid to spend that much on this, you're going to have that mindset whether I want you to or not, or whether I can convince you or not. If I can enlighten you, hopefully I can, but if not, then that's your prerogative. So personally, I like luxury because it is about that. It's about perception. And when my argument towards what I heard, I'm a follower on some blogs and some enthusiast forums and stuff like that for watches, etc. And I remember reading along the lines of somebody who said that these people who do think it's ridiculous to spend $1,000 on watches or $500 on shoes, well, because they own like a pair of Vans or whatever. But if you think about people from like third world countries, I'm from my family's from the Philippines. To them, a T-shirt is luxurious. A decent pair of shoes, like a brand new pair of shoes, that's luxurious to them. And the $40, $50, $60, $70 pair of Vans that you're buying or whatever other brand, that's ridiculous to them. I mean, just the same way it may be ridiculous to you for people who buy $200 shoes. And that's what I'm trying to get at. Luxury is all perception based. It's based on where you are in society and your financial means and all of that. And you're always going to look at people and think this or that. But you got to think of it from the other side of the coin. That's why I think everybody, let them spend their money how they want to spend it. If your biggest concern is how other people spend their money, that's your own personal problem. So me personally, why I have an appreciation for this is because I have an appreciation for good quality. I like buying products that last. I like buying products that work and get the job done. That's why I use Apple and mainly in OS 10 and iOS for the environment that I work in, because it's very much centered around the work I do. I have Windows for other things. I have PCs for other things, but those work around those specific environments, and I appreciate the quality that are put into that, much like the luxury goods I buy. I appreciate details, the small details, as much as like the stitching, the experience they sell, because luxury is based on an experience. It's very much so. They try to sell this experience of a lifestyle. Louis Vuitton, you can take your bags back to them and stuff like that, and they can fix the stitching for a price. And yeah, you're paying more initially, but I feel you get more use out of some of these things. They're known for good quality. Not to say you can't get good quality out of cheaper things, you definitely can, but these brands are known for it. These brands have been around 50, 60, 70 plus years, and that's a lot to say. And in terms of business, it's good enough to be around 10 years. Imagine being around 60, 70, 80 plus years in the business. I have an appreciation for that good quality, that brand, that business longevity, coming from nowhere and being this wide recognized brand. I appreciate that from a business aspect, from a design aspect. And it also sells a sense of exclusivity. I mean, it's to say that the exclusivity, buying luxury things or owning luxury things, isn't there, it would be lying. I do appreciate the exclusivity now and then. It's nice to feel happy and own up to the things that you have that are nice things. Yeah, I buy them for myself first and foremost. I don't buy it for the world to think, oh, how rich is that guy or whatever like that. I don't buy it for that reason. But it is nice every now and then to get recognized for those sort of things. I drove a Mercedes-Benz in high school. That was my first car I ever drove. I got when I first got my license, E320, and it's an amazing feeling being behind the wheel of a car like that. It really is. It is a feeling of independence, exclusivity, where not a lot of other cars are like that. And not to say that's a problem if you have a car that everybody else has, but it just feels nice. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie to you and tell you it didn't feel nice driving that car around, parking, and people seeing it. It does feel good. And that's what they sell you on. And like I said, it's also an investment for me in terms of the money I spend. Yeah, I'm willing to spend a little bit more extra to buy a good quality thing rather than keep on buying cheap things and replacing things. That's just the way I live when I buy anything. I also think of these luxury goods as milestones. You live life once, very much so, and if you want to live with the simple things and you only need the simple things, that's definitely your prerogative. I have no issues with that. But for me, if I feel that I know my own potential, I know what I'm worth, I know what I can achieve, and my biggest obstacle is myself. And if I only live life once, as everybody else does, I feel that you should live it to the fullest. If you have the means, if you can afford and earn that sort of money to buy these nice things in life for yourself, for your family, why not? You only do live it once, and it's nice every now and then to splurge yourself, to spoil yourself. I believe you invest in yourself in this life and you can't go wrong. Everybody has their own interest and passions, and investing in yourself and the things you are interested in, that is the best investment you can make. Because these luxury things, I like going against the mold. I like going against the notion of these people who look at me and think, how does that 18-year-old have a Rolex? And, maybe they think I'm spoiled. Maybe they think I'm coming from a rich family, but they don't know the story. They don't know that I started my first business in the 6th grade and I've worked 7 years of my life. Nearly half of my life I've been working. It's from a young age. And they don't understand the story behind that first Rolex I bought, how I took cuts out of my paycheck to afford that first Rolex Submariner, because the moment I laid my eyes on that Rolex Submariner, I knew I wanted it. I knew I wanted to buy that. I knew I wanted that to be my first high-end luxury watch. I knew it from the moment I saw my dad's Rolex. Then the weight it felt, the quality it felt in the Rolex, it just felt amazing. And I feel like with any product, whether it is a Rolex, a Louis Vuitton bag, or whatever it may be, luxury items to me are things that you buy, that you purchase, that you feel that you get the most and best value out of. That make you feel great, and that you can own up to it, and it makes you feel awesome and happy and all those things, because that's what luxury is about. It's this feeling of independence and exclusivity and all those other things. So with that, guys, I love to hear your guys' feedback. I love to hear what you guys think, what you view as luxurious things, what your perception of it is, and maybe why you like it. It'd be interesting to hear. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you all in the next video.